What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wayward Stories YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing an in-depth, hopefully exhaustive, review of modular sleep system, military surplus. It's known as ECWCS, colloquially, or ECWCS, which stands for Extreme Cold Weather Clothing System. Some people say Extreme Cold Weather Combat System. Potato, potato, the point comes across. Anyway, I've been using this particular sleeping bag setup for the better part of 7 years. And I've used it extensively, okay? I camp dozens of times a year, so I've used this in all kinds of different scenarios. So we're going to go into this in depth, and also some stuff just about sleep systems in general that you should know, that I have found over the years through all the things I've done that a lot of people just don't know, and that I didn't know myself until I learned the hard way and did a little research. Knowledge is more than powerful. Anyway, we're going to go over all that, and we're going to try to keep it succinct, though I bet this ends up being a 10 or 11 minute long video. Stick around till the end. I'm sure you'll find some information that you find useful. All right, so this is Generation 3 ECWCS. This is really the newest generation that I'm aware of. What you need to know, first of all, as it sits right now, it is a 3-piece system. There are only 2 pieces within here. There's an outer bivy cover that we're going to talk about in a minute that I don't carry with me because it's completely useless to me, and it's just a lot of weight for no reason. As it sits, this is roughly 9 pounds. Okay, that is significant. It depends on what you need the sleep system for, but that is a significant amount of weight. It is packed up, and that's as tight as I can get it cinched down in its stuff sack. It is approximately 14 inches by 13 inches. So 9 pounds, 14 by 13 packed. All right, so what does 14 by 13 amount to in real life, you might be asking? It amounts to this. It's as big as my torso. This is my Rush 24 511 bag. It's the same damn size, honestly, width, breadth, everything. It's a huge bag. It's a huge bag, and it's a heavy bag. 9 pounds, 14 by 13 inches packed, with both components in it without the bivy. It has the intermediate bag and it has the patrol bag, and we're about to go over both of those individually now, actually. Here is the whole system minus the bivy cover. Patrol, intermediate, 2 stuffed sacks. This is the large stuffed sack. This is the smaller stuffed sack. These are meant to be used. It's modular. It's in the name. It's meant to be used together. You can use one, you can use the other, or you can use both combined. To do that, you get in this bag, the patrol, and then get into that bag. Zip them both up, and you have a much warmer system. So let's talk about this real quick. Intermediate bag. This bag combined with this bag will get you to -10 degrees. What you need to know about that is, that doesn't mean -10 degrees you will be warm. That means -10 degrees you won't be dead. You will be miserable. This is a military system. It is designed to keep people alive for up to 4 hours. That's what this is rated at. 4 hours of sleep is what's quote-unquote guaranteed at -10 degrees inside of both of those together. Something else you need to know is it is assumed with this system, or any sleep system. This is any sleep system, and a lot of people don't know this. I have come across this before. It is assumed that you're wearing long johns. It is assumed that you're wearing clothes in that bag. That's not in the bag the way that the stork dropped you off on your mom's front porch, okay? This is clothed. If you're going to be in there naked or in your skivvies, it's not going to be as warm, okay? This system in particular is actually designed to go to -40 degrees. But to do that, you have to be wearing the entire ECWCS ECWCS clothing system, which is 7 layers on your body. You'll have a base layer on your skin. You'll have your thermals. You got a jacket. Then I think it goes into an outerwear and then a parka, and I forget how it all goes. But there's 7 levels that go inside of this if you want to get to negative 40 degrees and survive for 4 hours. So the point of this is to keep you alive at extreme cold weather temperatures. It's really heavy. Now this is from my experience, what that's going to amount to for you. This bag, patrol bag, the lightest bag, the smallest bag, packs by itself into the smallest bivvy, or a smallest stuff sack. What that's good for is to plus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that doesn't mean you're going to be warm at 30 degrees. What that means is you're going to be miserable at 30 degrees but alive. If you wear all your undergarments, and also it's implied that you're going to be using some form of insulation. You have to have a ground insulator, a sleep pad, spruce boughs, raked up pine needles, leaves, it doesn't matter, something to insulate you from the ground. That's also implied with any sleep system rating, not just the military's version, but also anything you go and buy off the shelf, North Face, Marmot, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's good to keep you alive at plus 30. What does that mean to you? It's going to keep you warm at probably around 60 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. It has been my personal experience time and time and time again that bag for me, and now my internal temperature is going to run different than everyone else's. We're all unique. I've got a little bit of a thyroid issue, so I run a little bit colder than most people, but not a lot. I get into the low 50s to mid 50s in the patrol bag alone, the lightest portion of the system, and I'm not real comfortable. I wake up with cold spots all night. Anywhere I have contact, I sleep in a hammock a lot. Anywhere that it's compressed underneath me and there's airflow underneath me, and it would be the same as if you were on the ground without a insulating pad, you're going to get cold to an uncomfortable degree. For me, that's in the low to mid 50s in the intermediate bag, which is rated to positive 30. Again, because you're not going to be warm at positive 30, that's where you'll be alive, but miserable. So add 25 to 30 degrees to any sleep system, and you'll get the actual level where you'll probably be warm and nice and comfy, okay? The number on the bag does not tell you where you're going to be warm. That tells you the extreme lower limit, the extreme end of the spectrum. It goes for both bags. You add them together, you get to negative 10, it'll keep you alive. But what it'll probably actually do is keep you comfortable at about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, why do I not have the bivy sack? Because the bivy sack is the third component to this. The bivy sack is literally Gore-Tex. It's waterproof. What it's intended to be, it's not an insulating layer. It will function as one because any layer on top is another layer that holds in air, but it only gives you plus 10 degrees Fahrenheit or negative, whatever. You'll go from minus 40 to minus 50 or minus 30 to minus 40 with the bivy sack. It doesn't add much, but it adds 3 pounds in your pack and a lot more bulk because it's freaking Gore-Tex, like it's a liner. What it's intended to be for military use, guys, it's waterproof, like it's so they don't have to carry a tent, okay? Like it is literally worst case scenario, your whole shelter. It's your sleeping bags to keep you warm, plus your shelter, plus your underlayers, which are a part of the ECWCS system. So you need to understand how these things are rated and how they work, and this goes for all sleeping bags, not just these. Okay, so I don't carry the bivy sack. A little bit of information on these. They are actually very comfortable. The insides, they're very much, I'm sure it's polyester, but they feel very silky when you're inside of them. I have been in them, stripped down to the skivvies on nice warm nights. They're actually quite comfortable. They're not scratchy. They don't make you itch. They're actually really comfortable. The zippers are amazing. One thing you run into with many sleeping bags is how hard it is to get the zipper up, how hard it is to deal with them. These things will zip up and not break under almost any stress you can put them under. And I've done this, let me tell you something. Getting into a hammock and zipping one of these guys up is a little bit of a feat all in and of itself. And I do that all the time. And they don't bind. They don't get hung up on other pieces. They're very well constructed. They're built like tanks. I mean, they're built for the military, for God's sakes. Again, this is Gen 3, and this is the generation you want. You don't want older generations, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. You have your zip system and your cinch system to draw it down and bring it down just around your face like any mummy bag type of situation. Okay, I just said you don't want anything older than Gen 3. Why is that? Because older than Gen 3 is like Vietnam era stuff. And I mean, even up into like, say, Desert Storm era stuff. But I had one before this. I bought one that said used, very good. It was garbage. It was woodland camo, so it was clearly probably Vietnam era. It even kind of like smelled like Vietnam. It was compressed. It was crap. It was a waste of my money. It absolutely did nothing. It was no good. My advice is, from experience, if you're going to buy one of these, do not buy one. I mean, if you want to take your chances with slightly used, very good condition, that's up to you. But don't buy one that's like used good. What you want to find, pay the top dollar for it, because that's the whole point of these, is they're economical. They're military surplus. Top dollar for one's going to run you around $200, depending on the current political climate. They're going to run you around $200. Pay top dollar for it and get one surplus, never issued. Buy them that have never been issued, literally still in their cellophane wraps. That's what this was. It's been a good one. Buy them that way. Don't buy the old ones, and buy the newest generation, because every generation, there was a reason they designed a new generation, is because the old generation was antiquated and wasn't doing the job anymore. Make sure and buy Gen 3. So, how would I sum this up? Okay, the whole point of this review was, well, this thing is super heavy. And it's super large packed. It won't even fit in my overnight pack. It would be like hanging a second bag off of the bottom of it if I used it that way, with both combined together. So, what is my take after 7 years of use in multiple, like I say, all kinds of situations, dozens of times a year, in rain, sleet, snow, hell, all that good stuff. I've camped everywhere all the time. What's my review of it? It's a glowing review. It's amazing. It is an economical option. $200 to get you to negative temperatures. If you use it properly, like I said, got to have an insulating pad, got to be wearing your undergarments. If you're using it properly, it will get you to negative temperatures. And again, the number on the bag is where you'll be alive, not comfortable. Add 30 degrees if you want to know its actual probably comfort rating. It is built like a tank. It will last you forever. The zippers are great. It's comfortable to be in. It's a great option. It's a great $200 option to get you to negative temperatures. It has inherent drawbacks. It weighs a ton. 9 pounds without the bivy cover, which not any of us really ever need that bivy cover. But 9 pounds as it sets, between 9 and 10 pounds as it sets, 13 by 14 inches. It's huge. Won't fit on anything. Again, this is for hunters, this is for fishermen, this is for car camping, this is for base camp type of situations. It's not going to be for you overnight hikers, you overnight cyclists, you long distance trail riders. Things like that, probably not going to be for you. You're probably going to have to spend that extra few $100s to go with a name brand to get it down nice and light. And that's what I'm actually looking at. That's why I got it out. That's what made me think I should do a review on this. You've got a lot of years in this, Justin. You have useful information. You should share this with people. So that's why we even did this. So my summary is, it's a great value. It's an amazing system. It's built like a tank, but it weighs a crap ton and it's huge. The bulk is enormous. Good for base camps, not good for lightweight packing. Hopefully you guys find the review useful. I hope I covered everything I wanted to. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching today. I hope that I was helpful. Don't forget to check out the podcast, Wayward Stories Podcast. It's over at your favorite podcast player of choice. A lot of people listening now, leaving reviews. We're having a good time over there, so come check it out. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you in the next video.
We here at Studio 119 would like to remind all of you out there listening, wherever you might be, that though the hill might be steep and the trail be rocky, the mountaintop awaits. Carry on.